and welcome to News Now. I'm your host, Taylor Inman. We're going over the week's biggest headlines for Northwest Montana. Kalispell police officers resorted to firing 40mm less than lethal projectiles late last month to arrest a man allegedly vandalizing his neighbor's property. 40-year-old Michael Craig Anderson is facing a felony criminal mischief charge and a slew of misdemeanor counts in Flathead County District Court, following the September 30th showdown on the 300th block of East California Street. He is expected to appear before Judge Paul Sullivan on October 30th for his arraignment. Officers were headed to the neighborhood to respond to a report of a dog running loose at about 7:45 a.m. when they heard a popping noise, according to court documents. Investigating, the officers found Anderson arguing with another man in a yard. The noise officers heard had come from Anderson allegedly using a pool cue to smash the back window of the other man's vehicle. Authorities later estimated the damage to the vehicle to be more than $3,500. The other man retreated to his home at the officer's direction, according to court documents. Anderson, meanwhile, allegedly ignored the officer's attempts at conversation and headed back into his home. But not for long. Anderson soon reappeared with a roughly 3-foot piece of wood in his hand and headed over to the neighbor's home, where he tried to get inside, according to court documents. When Anderson ignored the officer's commands to stop, they deployed projectiles, the court documents continued. He allegedly continued to struggle as they placed him in handcuffs. Later taken to the county jail, Anderson allegedly told investigators he was angry with his neighbors and admitted to using the pool cue. He also allegedly admitted to smashing a red barn window with a thrown rock. Anderson was already suspected of throwing a rock through the window of a different neighbor's vehicle earlier that morning, according to court documents. Along with the felony, Anderson faces a misdemeanor count of obstructing a peace officer and 2 misdemeanor counts of criminal mischief. He remains in the county jail with bail set at $25,000. Snow closed the Alpine section of the Going to the Sun Road, likely for the 2025 season. The Park Service closed the highway from Avalanche Creek to Rising Sun on Saturday at 4 p.m. Snow fell overnight Saturday, and by Sunday night it was even snowing heavily in valley locations like Columbia Falls, but it wasn't sticking. Park officials also announced the Chief Mountain Road was closed due to weather. On the east side of the divide, there was snow on the ground in St. Mary, and on the west side of the divide, the Noisy Basin Snowtel was showing 7 inches of snow. The West Flat Top site in Glacier showed 1.5 inches, and Badger Pass, which is south of Marias Pass, showed 4 inches of snow. The snow lasted through Monday, and the long-term forecast predicts highs in the 40s and 50s and lows in the 30s. The federal government remains shut down, so services are limited in Glacier. The road crew and other key maintenance workers, as well as law enforcement rangers, are still apparently working, however. Visitors at Whitefish Mountain Resort should have an easier time sending text and placing phone calls this winter with the addition of a new cellular tower at the base of the ski slopes. A 60-foot tower designed to resemble an evergreen tree is under construction on the north end of the Fur parking lot off of Glades Drive. The monopine tower will support service for both Verizon and AT&T customers. Installation is expected to be complete before the ski season begins on December 4th. Cell service is currently limited on Big Mountain, particularly around the hub of the activity at the base lodge, which houses food service, rentals, ticket sales, and lockers. Guests have relied on the resort's public Wi-Fi to send texts or make calls, which can become overwhelmed during the busy weekends or holidays. The resort expects the new tower to enhance service across the base and village areas. Resort spokesperson Chad Sokol said that they were approached by a cell tower company interested in constructing the tower, so they took the opportunity, knowing that better cell service would benefit guests and operations. Based on pre-season pass sales, droves of locals are eager to hit the slopes on Big Mountain. As of October, the resort had sold more than 15,000 season passes, an increase of 6.8% over the same time last year. The total does not include free passes for skiers under the age of 6. Sokol said passes are still available to purchase, including discounted passes for employees of Big Mountain Commercial Association member businesses, so they anticipate the total number will tick up as ski season gets underway. Other upgrades planned for the upcoming ski season include new grooming and snowmaking equipment. The resort purchased 2 Pre-Noth snowcats, 1 new and 1 used, bringing the fleet to 10 grooming machines. Pre-Noth, headquartered in Italy, has manufactured snow groomers since the 1960s. A pair of Techno-Alpine snowmaking machines were also purchased, increasing Whitefish Mountain Resort's arsenal to 19 snow guns. According to the resort, the modern machines made in Italy can produce snow during warmer temperatures and at a higher volume than older models. Skiers will also notice less brush on some of the resort's existing runs. Trail maintenance crews worked through the summer to shape up more than 150 acres of terrain by clearing out overgrowth. Sokol said a huge swath of the front side of the mountain, from Chair 1 east to Inspiration, from the summit down to Resses Street, has undergone maintenance to improve the skiing experience. Several other zones around the mountain were targeted for maintenance as well. Mostly located on Flathead National Forest land, the ski resort encompasses more than 3,000 acres with 111 named runs. Thanks for joining us. News Now is a podcast from the Daily Interlake. We're proud to be the largest independent newsroom in Montana and the longest continuously published newspaper in the region. Today's stories are written by Daily Interlake Regional Editor Matt Baldwin and News Editor Derek Perkins, as well as Hungry Horse News Editor Chris Peterson. You can read their full stories at dailyinterlake.com. And if you haven't already, subscribe to our YouTube channel to never miss an episode of The Pod. Everybody stay safe and have a great week. Thanks to our sponsor, Lauren's Auto Repair, at 1309 U.S. Highway 2 in Kalispell. Most consistently rated 5-star shop serving the Kalispell area. Visit lawrensauto.com.